This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Today's video is brought to you by ShipStation. In just a minute, I'm going to talk about an offer to my audience that I believe will benefit you. Before we get to that, though, let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. I want to ask a question. When will embarrassing be too embarrassing for these people? When is it going to be they're ashamed of their behavior? They're disgusted even by their own words and lies and conspiracies and dumbness. When is that going to be? Is there a low too low for even Marjorie Taylor Greene? Is there a stupid that's even too stupid for her? We've already witnessed her talking about the vaccine cards and vaccine mandates being like Nazi Germany. She has clearly showed her hand as being someone who lacks intellect, who lacks cognitive ability to string thoughts together. Maybe it's just she's emulating Donald Trump, the dumb guy extraordinaire. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to play a video of her trying to talk about the GESTAPO, the German secret police, the brutal, violent, feared secret police in Nazi Germany. And instead, she talks about soup. Before I get to that, though, a word from today's sponsor, ShipStation. Is your small business experiencing the same continued sales that many are right now? Do the orders just keep coming in even though we're long past the holidays? While busy is certainly a good problem to have, it is still a problem. That's why I have been talking about ShipStation for the last several months. ShipStation bundles orders, customer communication, and label printing into a simple, web-based interface that talks directly with major postal carriers and digital platforms. It's the internet's #1 choice for online sales. Don't wait until you're ship out of luck. Head to shipstation.com/Dollemore and you can try ShipStation free for 60 days. That's 2 months of professional shipping solutions for free. Using ShipStation, you can access the same rates afforded to larger Fortune 500 companies, but without the contracts or commitments. And with ShipStation's expansive list of carriers, including extended discounts from UPS and the United States Postal Service, you can juxtapose the customer's needs with the most reasonable shipping option. Sort your ship out now and join the more than 100,000 online sellers already using ShipStation. Go to shipstation.com/Dollemore to try ShipStation free for 60 days. That's 2 entire months of hassle-free shipping. Head to shipstation.com/Dollemore and make ship happen. So let's get into this. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a woman who wears a mask on her face, a black mask that was required by the House of Representatives while on the floor that said censored. She claims to be censored while talking into a microphone and having her remarks entered into the congressional record, broadcast for the world to hear on C-SPAN and other outlets. Censored. She screams and whines about cancel culture. She defends the insurrectionists who tried to overthrow the United States government. And that's where we are today. That's her conspiracy du jour. Speaking of soup. And this is a very brief clip, but she's ranting and raving about the people who were arrested for attempting to overthrow the United States government in a violent insurrection against the United States Capitol, and saying that they're in gulags. The local jails around here are gulags, and detention is a gulag, according to her. The expert at history, Marjorie Taylor Greene, watch this insane clip.
Not only do we have the DC jail, which is the DC gulag, but now we have Nancy Pelosi's GAZPACHO police spying on members of Congress, spying on the legislative work that we do, spying on our staff, and spying on American citizens that want to come talk to their representatives. This government has turned into something it was never meant to be, and it's time to make it end.
So let's clear some things up here. She obviously meant Gestapo, the feared, brutal, violent secret state police of Nazi Germany. She did not mean a gazpacho, which, for your edification, is a noun. A Spanish-style soup made from tomatoes and other vegetables and spices, served cold. And then they give you an example of a sentence you could use it in. In warm weather, you can enjoy gazpacho. Let me tell you, Margie, there is no weather in which you can enjoy Gestapo because they're violent secret police from Nazi Germany. There's a few questions that come to mind. One, is it that her staff is just as stupid as she is? Or does she run an operation where she can't be questioned? Is it again an emulation of Donald Trump where he didn't like to be questioned? His word was it. Because something's going on there. Is she recording a video solo and doesn't run it by somebody? What's happening that gazpacho gets said and nobody questions it? AOC tweeted this. At least she leads by example. She clearly banned all books from her house years ago. Pretty apt, pretty true. Because listen, these are the people who do not want their children, your children, our children, collectively, taught history in the United States. They believe everything that makes them uncomfortable, or they label divisive, such as teaching slavery, such as teaching American history. They believe that's critical race theory. It's CRT. They believe Black History Month is CRT. And very clearly, Marjorie Taylor Greene could have used a few more classes in history, confusing gazpacho and Gestapo. I'll leave you with this, Marjorie Taylor Greene, the famed poem. First, they came for pasta fagioli, but I did not speak out because I'm not a pasta fagioli kind of guy. Then they came for clam chowder, both New England and Manhattan, and I didn't speak out because I'm not a fan of the clams. Then they came for French onion, and I didn't speak out because, I just don't like French onion soup. And then they came for me and my gazpacho, and there was no one else to speak for me. Is that what you think the poem is, Margie? I mean, I asked tongue-in-cheek, but maybe it is. Is this what passes for leadership in the United States? Is this what passes for a member of Congress elected by thousands of people? Believed she was it. I realized she started to run with an opponent and they dropped out and then she ran unopposed, but there are plenty of candidates who are going to primary her this year, and I really hope that the people in her district in Georgia stand up and say no more. There is a low too low. There is an embarrassing that is too embarrassing to bear because she is besmirching Georgia, her area of Georgia, her district in Georgia. And if you're a constituent, you should be ashamed of who represents you. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I appreciate your time and attention as always. If you'd like to disagree loudly with me, I am on Instagram and on Twitter. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. And if I do something that you appreciate, if I bring value to your day or your week or your month or your year. Please consider supporting my work here on the platform for as little as $1.99 a month. Listen, you can't even get a bowl of gazpacho for $1.99. For that little, you can click the join button below this video, become a channel member, or you can head over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are great ways to help support my work and keep me stocked in tomatoes and spices and vegetables to make the classic Spanish soup. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.